What's up with it? What's up with it? Check this out, fellas. Grinding and getting on women at the same time, basically multitasking, is the key. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I be hearing guys talking about they can't multitask. How can you grind? How can you get to the bag? How can you do all these things when at the same time when you're trying to get out here and get on with look multitasking, dual setting, it don't matter, man. Handle your motherfucking business. Your money is your livelihood. That's how you gotta go to work. You gotta hustle. You gotta run your business. Whatever you do to bring in the money, fellas. You gotta do these things in order to keep the lights on, pay the bills, you eat, put on clothes, drive your vehicles, get back and forth or whatever the case. That's pay bills or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what money's for. So you gotta make. You can't just, ain't nothing free. I don't even think Bibles are free anymore. Shit, like when we were kids, you go to church and they hand you Bibles now. So they charge you probably, especially for them custom made Bibles and all that shit. Everything costing, So you gotta get to the bag. Now, getting on women is a part of life too, especially if you're a single man, you're not married or whatever, you're not really devoted to a relationship, fellas. You gotta handle business. You gotta make things happen, or you're gonna deprive yourself, sexually deprive yourself, I may add. And it's real simple to sexually deprive yourself, fellas, when you're not being sexually active and handling business. But we're gonna talk about it. Get like, share, and subscribe, fellas. Get at me in the PayPal, the Cash App, show love to the show. Hit me on Rumble, KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunk on Rumble, and get at me in the Patreon. Let's get to it. About to lay it down. I'm getting tired, so I said let me go ahead and shoot this video real quick. You guys need to know that getting on women, hollering at women, handling business, fellas. It keeps you. OGs used to tell me back in the day, you know what I'm saying, you gotta if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You keep your game oiled up, fellas, you will never rust out. You dig what I'm saying? And that's real game. You keep your game oiled up, you will never rust out. So having a simple conversation helps open you up to talking to women. You can have a simple conversation about things you probably know about, trees or nature or whatever. You probably into nature or whatever, like an archaeologist. That's not really nature. That's archaeologist. I think anthropologist. I forgot the name of them. I'll be forgetting them mixed up. But nature. You may be getting off into science, math, whatever that you strong in the field on, and you can speak on building things. Putting engine together, whatever you can speak on. And the woman is interested in having that conversation. You can speak about that and talking about that. And that's not really considered flirting. That's just really considered you actually conversating. But that opens you up to conversating to women, even the women you want to flirt with, you want to holler at, right? And that gets that flowing, and your game can be lubed up, and it won't be rusty, and you can keep that going when you're dealing with other women. And that don't got nothing to do with you making money, fellas. It ain't got nothing to do with you bringing in the finances. All that is there. It's going to always be there. You know what I'm saying? As long as you want to get it, it's going to be there to be got. Just like women. If you want to talk to women, you want to make shit happen, then you going to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Especially, if you've been in that bubble and you ain't been making shit happen, eventually you're going to come out of that bubble. One way or another. You're going to come out paying, tricking, getting it that way, pandering, uplifting, and pandering, you know what I'm saying, doing all type of sucker shit to get it that way, running your mouthpiece, being confident, you can get it that way. Or, God forbid, we hope you don't go out the other way, like Ted Bundy and them. You know what I'm saying? Serious, them, getting it that way, taking shit, you know what I'm saying? And we hope we don't advocate that shit here, but you're going to come out of that. Or you may swing towards the rainbow, Sunday Delight community, whatever, those multiple colors, you might be over that way, getting it that way. I don't know, but you're going to come out of being sexually deprived one way or another. And I will advise you guys to come out of it by talking to women, so opening up, having that communication, having that little 20-second dialogue back and forth. 30-second dialogue, exchange a number to where you go. You can make shit happen, you know what I'm saying? And having that consistent at a rapid rate to where you probably hollering at 10 women outside in the society section, you know what I'm saying? You probably hollering, matching up with 20 women on date naps and shit like that. You got a couple date naps, you probably match up with 10, 15 on each date nap. You never know. And they holler at 5 or 10 now. That's bitches, fellas. All these things collectively add up. And you handle your business. But you still are going to be on your bag. Why? If you don't be on your bag, you be kicked out on the streets. You ain't paying rent, right? You ain't paying mortgage. You're not paying taxes for the properties you own. These things will get taken from you, fellas. You got to be on about your bag. But at the same time, don't let that take from you getting on women. Don't let that distract you, discourage you or whatever from getting on women. Get on these bitches and make it happen. Fellas, yeah, you can do it. Multitask. Make it happen. If you want it to happen, it's going to happen. Holler at me, fellas. And like I said, like, share, subscribe. Go join me on Patreon. Join me on Rumble. Get over it. Come over here and fuck with me. And show love, man, like we do.